Here are the test scores for the guy you filled out the form for. He scored a B minus. This guy is a risky bet. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you. Things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10-dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10-dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He is more doer than talker. If he says he'll work hard, he will. You'll see him putting in long hours, following rules, and pushing through even when things get tough. He believes in structure and doesn't shy away from responsibility, which helps him climb at work.
Can he bounce back from failure?
He is likely to stay calm and steady when things go wrong at work. You won't see him panicking or losing his cool. He believes in keeping things under control and following the rules to fix problems. He will try to handle it himself rather than seek help or new ideas.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
Most people at work will find him respectful and polite in daily interactions, so he doesn't usually get into loud arguments or fights. He has good manners and prefers to stick to proper behavior, which helps him avoid open conflict. He may not have many close friends at the office, but people will respect his work ethic and the way he gets things done.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
If you do really well in your career, he is likely to feel proud in a practical way, not threatened or jealous. He respects hard work and discipline, so he will appreciate your efforts and see your success as something earned and deserved. He's steady and doesn't get easily shaken by another person's achievements.
What if you start earning more than him?
If you earn more than him, he may not show much emotion or make a big fuss, but deep inside, it can bother him a little. He believes strongly in his responsibilities and in doing things the proper way. So, your higher income might make him feel like his own role is being questioned. He won't lash out or become jealous, but he might struggle quietly with the idea and may not talk openly about how he feels.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He handles money very carefully and is not someone who spends on impulse. You can trust him to budget, plan ahead, and avoid unnecessary risks with finances. Overall, he is reliable when it comes to managing money, focusing on security rather than fun or luxury.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He lives a life he can afford and doesn't pretend to be richer than he is. He is practical and prefers to stay within his limits, choosing stability over showing off. You won't see him buying flashy things just to impress others or trying to keep up with trends he can't afford.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He is more on the tighty side. With both money and his way of thinking, you'll notice he sticks to careful budgets and may think twice before spending on things he sees as extras or unnecessary. If you want lots of generosity or flexibility, you might find him a bit strict or set in his ways.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He is open and straightforward about money matters. He likes things to be clear and well planned, so he's likely to talk openly about budgets, bills, and financial decisions. He prefers everyone in the family to know where the money goes and believes in keeping things organized and transparent.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He is likely to see housework as a shared responsibility, especially if he believes in routines and wants everything in order. He won't expect you to do all the work alone and may even have strong opinions about the best way to do things around the house. However, he might not be the most flexible if you want to switch things up.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He will actually help with chores and even things like changing diapers, not just stand around and tell you what to do. He believes in responsibility and wants the home to run smoothly, so he'll pitch in where needed, though often in a serious, no nonsense way. You might notice he likes to do things his own way and expects you to stick to routines too.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He is more likely to argue, to prove he's right, than to truly understand your side. He believes strongly in his own ways and can be quite set in his thinking. He won't shout or lose his temper, but those conversations can feel one sided, with him repeating his reasons or calmly insisting he knows best.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he stays respectful and keeps his words under control. He is not the type to yell, use hurtful language, or become aggressive. At times, he may seem stubborn or a bit cold instead of openly sharing his emotions.
Does he have a bad temper?
He is not the kind of man who gets angry very quickly. He generally stays calm and controls his emotions, even when things go wrong or there's an argument. This steady temper is a good sign, not a red flag.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He will find it hard to say sorry or admit he was wrong even if he makes a mistake. His first reaction is to explain why he did things his way or to defend his decisions. You won't hear many open apologies, especially if he feels strongly about being right.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
He will respect your boundaries and understands that no means no. He believes in proper behavior and is not one to push or pressure you if you make your feelings clear. If you make your boundaries known, he will honor them, sometimes with a bit of seriousness, but always with respect.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
He is unlikely to take it personally if you're not in the mood for intimacy. He stays calm and doesn't get upset easily, so he won't sulk or make you feel guilty about saying no. For him, rules and boundaries matter and he respects your needs.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
Yes, you can trust him to handle private moments with care. He is someone who values respect and proper behavior, even when things don't go well between you. Even if you argue or drift apart, he's not the type to gossip or shame you.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He is likely to be faithful and not easily distracted by other women. He takes commitment and responsibility seriously and believes in sticking to what he has promised. If trust and loyalty matter to you, he's a steady choice.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
He is not over possessive or the type to act jealous and controlling. He trusts in routines and responsibilities and won't waste energy being suspicious without reason. His way of showing care is through steady actions, not by trying to control you.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
His protective nature comes more from wanting everything to be safe, orderly, and planned, not from wanting to control your every move. He likes setting clear rules and routines, which can sometimes feel strict, but it's not usually about keeping you under his thumb or watching your every step. With him, order matters most, not taking charge of your life.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He will see parenting as a team effort and won't expect you to handle everything alone. He believes in shared responsibilities and likes things to be organized and planned, so he'll do his part with discipline and routine. Instead, he'll make sure tasks are divided fairly and things are done the right way.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
He will stay calm when the kids mess up or get upset. He is not the type to shout or lose his temper over mistakes. The children might find him strict, but they won't have to be scared of big outbursts.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
He will support your role as a mother and respect the work you do for the family, but seeing you as your own person may be a bit harder for him. He values responsibility and teamwork at home and will expect you to share duties and routines. He respects your efforts and is glad when you keep things running smoothly.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later after kids and marriage change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
Yes, this is a possibility you should consider with him. Right now, he may support your career because he sees it as part of family responsibility and stability. He isn't trying to be unfair, but his ideas about roles can be quite traditional and fixed.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He will treat your parents politely and with respect, but don't expect deep warmth or friendliness. He values proper behavior and manners, so he will make sure to greet them, speak nicely, and follow the right customs during visits or family events. However, he may not open up easily or share close emotional bonds with them. He will be polite and follow necessary customs, but deep down, he is more likely to expect your family to adjust to his ways rather than changing much himself.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
He will handle it calmly if your family creates stress or interferes. He's not one to lose his temper or create unnecessary drama. He believes in handling problems with order, not with loud arguments or emotional outbursts.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you, but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
Yes, he's likely the kind of man who might be modern and practical with you in private, but expect you to take on a more traditional supportive wife, daughter in law role in front of his relatives. He believes in keeping up appearances and following proper customs when it matters most. This is not always about control, but about meeting family standards and fitting into established ways.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension between you and his family, he will usually support you, but in a quiet and practical way. He believes in standing by his partner and keeping peace at home, so he won't leave you to face problems alone or openly side with them against you. However, he may not jump into emotional arguments or challenge his family in a loud way.
Say you have a conflict with his mother. What will this guy do?
He is not a mummy's boy in the sense of being overly dependent on his mother or letting her rule his decisions. He stands firm on what he believes is right and expects routines and rules to be followed by everyone, including his family. He may not be openly emotional about picking sides, but he'll support you in practical ways, making sure things stay in order at home.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
He is not the type to share every detail of your fights or private life with his mother or sister. He values privacy and believes in keeping personal matters within the home, especially anything that could disrupt order or respect. This means your relationship is likely to stay your own without outside interference or gossip making things worse.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
Based on all we know about him, This guy is a B minus. This guy is a risky bet from a relationship perspective. Being in a relationship with this man means living with someone reliable, hardworking, and steady, but also very set in his ways. Each day feels organized and secure. He takes responsibility for family needs, keeps routines going, and rarely lets you down on practical matters.